So I mean, if you was to go against somebody like E-Heart, you think you tear out the frame?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I'm not just about to say I fucks with Heart. But Heart will not kill me. Heart will not kill me.
Nah. What about 40 bars?
That's my nigga. I fuck with 40 bars. 40 will not kill me.
Yes, I do live in Atlanta. And yes, that is a snowboard back there. All right, but let's get into this really quickly without wasting any time. My top 5 female battle rappers. Now, in my head, I prefer to have a top 3 and then 2 people on the edge of getting into my top 3. I think, I don't know, it's just more fun that way. It makes it more competitive that way to just have a top 3 and drives more conversation when you're talking, because that's all the top 5 is for. You're just talking to people in the barbershop, explaining who you like and why you like them. Also take in mind that somebody's top 5 is not the same as like who you like the best. It's who you think is rapping the best right now. Doesn't mean that you have to be an actual fan of them. So you can have a top 5 people that you like the best, and you can have a top 5 people that you think are the best doing it right now. And sometimes they intertwine. So here's my top 5 and I'll explain why. And this is in order too. Number 1 best battle rapper right now to me is 40 Bars. Number 2 best battle rapper is Official. Number 3 best battle rapper is E.A.R.R.S. Number 4 best battle rapper is Jazz the Rapper. And number 5 is Couture. We're different people. We all have different opinions. The least we can do is explain why we feel the way that we feel. I think 40 Bars is the best because she has by far the best bars. Not only does she has the best bars, but she has the best bars and says more of them rapidly. I see a lot of people that have good bars, but they have slow setups, or they have bullshit, a lot of bullshit in between before they can get to it. That's just a style that I prefer. If you watch any of my videos, you know that I'm bars over everything. Only way a performance for me would take away from bars would be if the performance is all the way lame. If you have a normal performance and you have outstanding bars, you will beat somebody that has an amazing performance and normal bars. That's just how it is to me. So I'm a huge fan of 40 Bars. The second one on my list, a lot of people would disagree with Official being so high up there because she's being so new and all, but I have to go with how I feel. I can't put unnecessary rules on me. I can't say, oh, well, she's new, I can't say it. No, I'm looking at the talent level, I'm looking at what she's saying, and I'm looking at what I'm seeing. There's just no way I cannot put her that high if I think that she will blow people away just as easily. When I watch Official rap, her bars are so strong and so powerful, they hit so hard. Like, in my head, this is how it looks.
And Hulk. Smash.
I bullshit you not. That's how it looks when she battles people. Now, number 3rd on my list, a lot of people have number 1 on their list, E.A.R.R.S. And you know, I actually made this video 2 days ago, and it got messed up when I was editing it, and I lost some pieces, which is I'm glad, because I got to sit on my ideas a lot. But I went back and watched some more of E.A.R.R.'s battles, and there's a long setup to get to things, a little longer than what I would say 40 Bars does. And they also don't hit as impactful as what 40 Bars or Official says. So I had to knock her to number 3. I think she would beat a lot of people. I think she's great. This is the first person on my list that I'm not gonna say that I'm a huge fan of. I just think that she's just that good. I am a fan of Official, and I am a fan of 40 Bars, but they're not as rapid. Like, go back and watch some of her battles. You can go back and watch her last battle, and you can see. And speaking of last battles, before I get to my bottom 2, I want to look at the last performances of my top 3, Official, 40, and E.A.R.R.S. I think all 3 of those women 3-0'd the competition. I think E.A.R.R.S. 3-0'd Shayna Ashley. I think Official 3-0 K Profit, and I think 40 3-0 Duchess. But all 3-0s aren't the same. I think 40 barely got a 3-0. I think she barely won that 3rd round. And I watched that battle like 6-7 times the first day that it dropped. I kept going back over and over again. And a lot of people give Duchess that round, or a lot of people, some people are saying Duchess won, but I think that they're confusing Duchess performing better than she normally performs than what actually happened in that battle. In that battle, 40 bars were crazy that she was saying against her. Actually, some of the stuff I had to go back and catch again. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it now. And I just don't think that the lesbian jokes, I can't count that really high. I did like what Duchess did. I like that Duchess, and I think if she stays that way, she would give a lot of people more competition. But I still got 40 with 3-0, but I got her barely 3-0 Duchess. As far as the other two, the most clear body bag 3-0 was Official versus K Profit. I mean, I like K Profit. I like people who can flow. I like lyricists. But it was a beat down to me. And if you look at the last performances, Official had the best, then E.Hart, then 40. And that brings me to my point. Every time these women battle, I don't care who they're battling, I look at them as if they're battling each other. And a lot of people do this. You do this in boxing when you want to see Floyd Mayweather fight Manny Pacquiao. You'll look at when they fight the same competition, or you'll look at the last 2 fights and you'll judge them based on how they're doing in that fight. And I want you women to know that people are doing that. You know, 40, you get in with Duchess, people, you need to have a great performance because they're looking at this performance as if, what would happen if she battles Official, and vice versa. Because in 2014, out of my top 5, there's no way you guys aren't battling each other. Somebody in that top 5 is battling somebody else for that top spot. And everybody is waiting and they want the anticipation. You need to keep this in mind, and to make you keep this in mind, I want you to think about what happened to Hollow Da Don. Now, I had Hollow Da Don beating Tsu Surf 2-1, but his performance dropped in expectation, and he suffered because of that, even if you had him winning. Everybody was talking about him battling Lux, So even for people like me who had him barely winning against Tsu Surf, the anticipation for him battling Lux has dropped so much that nobody is talking about him. For you to remain at the top, you got to blow these women away until you guys battle each other to keep that build up. So, yeah, I just want you guys to keep that in mind as you're writing now. No jokes, no playing around, no groups. That's an inside joke for somebody on my list. But I just want you guys to keep that in mind. Now, going down to my bottom 2, Couture and Jazz the Rapper. Alright. At first, when I made the video, I had Couture, then Jazz the Rapper. I'm now switched. I got Jazz the Rapper as my number 4, and I got Couture as my number 5. A lot of people hate on Jazz. A lot of people hate on Jazz, and I think a lot of people hate on Jazz for different reasons. Some, you know, people are different. Some people just actually think that she's not good. Some people are persuaded to think that way. They think that because we don't like people who have privilege, and they think because of her management that she has privilege to do certain things. Some people think that some people are writing for her, and you know, I can understand where everybody's coming from. I think Jazz knows how to win. I think when Jazz battles somebody like down here or who didn't really bring it, a lot of people are mad because Jazz will perform right here. She will beat the person like this. But look, when she goes against QB, QB's up here. So what does Jazz do? Her level goes from here to here. She still beats QB, but she still comes out on top. And I think people aren't paying attention to that. They're just paying attention to she was trash in these battles, and then she battled QB, and then she just jumps way up here, so they start throwing accusations. But it was more than what she said that increased. It was her mannerisms. She just looked like a total different veteran, and that could come, you know, from a whole year of not battling. You know, we are maturing and we are growing as a person, so it just wasn't her bars. Everything about her entire structure changed. And when you got somebody like that, that just shows me somebody that likes to win. So when I had Couture number 4, Jazz number 5, I was driving and thinking, imagining them two battling, and I think whatever Couture throws at her, I think that Jazz will know how to beat her. She's just going to come out with crazy how the bars. I respect her as a writer. I respect Jazz as a lyricist. I don't care what anybody says, because it should be that way until it's proven otherwise. And Jazz is winning. I think she's going to win her next battle. I think it's going to be a lot tougher than she thinks, because these women are hungry. They want to take Jazz out. I almost feel sorry for Jazz when she goes back into Queen of the Ring, because so many people want her to lose. She got to do just that much extra to get the win over somebody. So yeah, that's my number 4. I think she'll beat probably everybody else who I did not name. I just don't think right now that Jazz will beat 40. I don't think she'll be Official, and I don't think she'll be E-Heart. Alright, so then my number 5 is Couture. I have so much respect for her as doing her homework. I really like that. I think people do get lazy. I think, like, if somebody has a lot of great lyrics, they wouldn't put as much homework in as Couture has. I think Couture is an overachiever. I think with the skill set she got, she wasn't supposed to dust off everybody and rise to the top like this. I don't think the skill set alone is like that. I think that the homework that she does on her opponent and how she crafts this specifically and she molds them for the person in the cage makes her win and makes her stock rises. I'm shocked. It's like Couture is what Daylight wishes he could be. He does these antics and he wants stuff and things from him, and they turn out horrible, they turn out wrong, it's just sloppy, it's just, he's losing all kind of respect. The shit that he did to Lopez last night was totally uncalled for. But when Couture brings something to the battle and you don't know what she's gonna do, it turns out great, turns out beautiful. And I think her homework and how she comes at her opponents will get her all the way to my 5th spot. But I don't think that Couture will win in the battle against Jazz. I don't think she'll be E-Heart. I don't think that she'll be Official or 40. So I put her at my 5th. Now that's my top 5. I'm a fan of other people. I haven't thought about a top 5 as who I'm a fan of, but it will be 40, Official. I say I'm a fan of Jazz. I'm becoming a fan of Jazz. But I know 40, Official, QB. I really love QB. QB is that I know a lot of people don't look at her as an underdog because she wins, but I look at her as an underdog because all these women want to fight and beat her up and talk all this shit before the battle, and they do all this aggressive bullshit in interviews, and they come in there and she beats them. It's like watching a movie. It's like watching 8 Mile. They beat up Eminem and talk all this shit to him, and they get in the battle and they lose. So because of that, it makes me a big fan of QB. I don't like all that gangster shit trying to fight and do all of that loud shit in real life. I like what happens inside, and I like that QB, no matter what they try to intimidate her with, she brings it. So I will put her as one of my top 5 people that I'm a fan of. I don't really know. I haven't really thought about it, but I am a fan of 40, Official, QB, and I think now Jazz. And I may come out with another video, but there's a difference between being a fan and who you think. When you make your top 5 of anything, I want you to imagine you just got your paycheck and they take your paycheck from you. They're making you bet who do you think will win a battle. Because when you put your hard-earned money on the line, then you're not going to be biased. You're only going to say who you think would win. If someone took my check, I would put my check on 40 over anybody, any female battling right now. And then I would put it on Official, E-Heart, and then Jazz the Rapper, and then Couture. So that's how I came up with my top 5. Check you guys later.